You gotta wonder how people whose brains are smaller than their testicles and with no survival instinct make it even an hour into their adult lives, because this Darwin Award nominee, stunningly stupid Steve, seemingly comes out of nowhere with no regard for oncoming traffic. While he was humble enough to apologize, perhaps the apology should have been toward himself for nearly dropping in on Jesus. What did you do this time, Steve? The left lane of this freeway is constipated. And here's the dried fecal matter blocking it up. This guy's driving is about as awkward as a sperm bank receptionist telling you as you're leaving, "Thank you for coming." He does put a left turn signal on, but I falsely assumed it was simply because he was pulling away from the curb, for which he proceeds to drive into the right turn only lane, further fooling me. I didn't expect him to do what he did, but I should have. He should have waited for these last two cars behind me to go by, instead of trying to force his way in. That was about as painful as a barbed wire catheter. This is where a smart person stops. And this is where ditzy dumbass dinglebrain Donna stops. There are two things going on here. Dum-dum number one is scared to turn.
Who's so scared to turn for?
Then our light goes green and dum-dum number two runs their red light.
Wow.
But at least catches their mistake midway. Here we have Paranoid Pansy Prius 2.0. He has plenty of room to go past the turning SUV, but he stops.
Oh! What are you sitting there for? Just go around him.
You're listening to the Pat Thurston Show.
Oh, go. God damn it.
Speak out. KG.
It's a right-hand turn, idiot. He stopped. You don't stop when it says green, right on green.
I just gotta get my 999th selfie of the day.
But this is the actual star of this lovely clip. He's a black belt in the dojo of Taekwondo Douche. Just blocks off Main Street while he waits to finish his left turn. Now returning to 2015, as we look back in time at all the nuttery we still have to deal with today. You know what happens here. A green right arrow at the same time they get a green left arrow. And people continually ignoring the fact you can't legally or safely make a left turn here.
Stunning win at the U.S. Open yesterday with a final two.
And again. And again, only this time it takes a lot of honking to get him to change his plans.
Sitting.
You're about to hear the longest air horn honk we've ever done. And once again, but he takes the hint quickly. After a little air horn, this one gets it too. But this one was a bit more stubborn, like a chunk that hangs on after wiping. You're about to find out that adrenaline is brown and soils the pants. These two directions have stop signs, but the camera does not have a stop sign.
Insurance going, I need a letter.
Oh, hell.
Aside from the fact that careless, cockeyed Carla should have looked before leaping, the county really ought to install a stop sign for this direction too.
At least the emergency room's right over here.
This inconsiderate twat driving this tub of mustard decides that Main Street is a good unloading zone, only to then park after unloading their passenger. Of course, they honk back.
You couldn't wait 2 fucking seconds?
This ancient relic thinks she needs to stop, even though the pedestrians have long vacated the crosswalk.
What are you doing?
None. It's so easy. Just do the regular paperwork, most of which you already did for your last refund, and we'll do the rest.
Oh, now you put on your signal.
If an obstruction is on your side of the roadway or parking lot aisle, you must yield to oncoming traffic with the open lane. He keeps pointing for us to get out of his way. Sure, we could have done that, but we felt like making a point. After all, he was the one in the wrong. What to do with all this space? Willy Wanker and the dipshit factory keep cranking out more idiots. Not only does Captain Crunched run his red light, but even steers right toward the van he hits. On today's episode of Red is the New Green, a quartet of ass-munching turd goblins. Wait for it. The camera told me that this boozy doozy had been driving very erratically just prior to this. I presume contact was made because they both pulled over. Some people's driving is more useless than a turd in a root beer float. Like this guy in the black truck about to cause a nasty crash. The camera and driver in front of him both have dash cams and are traveling together. Now let's watch all hell break loose.
Whoa, 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 oh my god, horrible crash,
Whoa.
horrible crash, watch out.
Oh my.
Horrible crash. Oh my god, that guy did not slow down.
And now we get a closer look of the crash from the lead car's perspective.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh my god! Horrible crash! Horrible crash! Watch out! Horrible crash! Oh my god! Oh, holy shit! Oh, gonna call 911.
All involved were okay, and the cameras gave their info to police. Alright guys, there's a lot more exciting content to come. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop a comment below, give us a thumbs up and share. Also, check out some of our other videos. Thank you for watching.